Why don't more people build fences like this in the United States? Instead of complicated layouts and endless measuring, he keeps it simple and systematic. First, he locks in the side posts so the frame is solid and perfectly spaced. Then comes the satisfying part. He slides each picket smoothly into the rail grooves, one by one, watching the section fill in evenly. After adjusting the height so the tops line up clean, he measures and cuts the top rail to size. Straight lines, tight joints, and a fence that looks professionally built. Why does nobody build a pony wall like this in the United States? It divides the room while still letting the light through. He starts by framing the metal structure. If you prefer wood, you can also do it with 2x4s. Once the framing is done, he installs the drywall. He secures the sheets directly to the metal studs. But here's the step most Americans skip: insulation. It won't really provide any thermal insulation, but it prevents resonance. Then he hangs drywall on the other side. It's a budget-friendly method, but the wall will last for years. For the half section, he simply trims the excess flush. But he's not done. He covers the sides with drywall. Now, this pony wall separates the living room from the kitchen.
These farmers discovered this genius method to feed chickens, because instead of scattering food on the ground, they pierce the vegetables onto a long stick while stacking them, creating an endless food machine. As once the chickens start eating from the bottom, gravity starts to pull the next layer down on its own, which slows down how fast they eat, reduces waste, and keeps the food clean. But they took it a step further, because the farmers purposely hang vegetables high above the ground, so the chickens have to jump in order to reach the food, keeping them active while they eat.
Even tiles that cost just a few cents can turn a plain wall into something that feels high-end. Laid one by one according to the design pattern, they quickly give the exterior facade a stronger visual presence. The texture builds up as each piece locks into place, creating depth and rhythm across the surface instead of a flat, empty wall. In the center sections, gravel or other small materials can be added to form simple landscape details, breaking up the pattern and making the space feel more layered. These tiles aren't limited to walls either. They can be embedded directly into the ground and fixed with cement to reshape planter edges, define green zones, or frame small garden beds. Once set, they act as both decoration and structure, helping organize the site while adding a natural, grounded feel. Why would a contractor install tiles upside down? This isn't a mistake. To build a fully tiled custom cabinet, he changed the traditional approach right from the very first step. Instead of pouring concrete first, he lays the tiles one by one, face down. Everything is aligned and adjusted. Even irregular cutouts are trimmed to fit perfectly. Then the concrete is poured in slowly. It's compacted, leveled, and pressed into every corner. At this point, the role of the tiles changes completely. They're no longer decoration. They become part of the mold and the very first layer of the structure to be locked in. That's the counterintuitive part. The final visible surface is decided at the very beginning. If you do it the other way around, pour the concrete first and tile at the end, even the smallest uneven spot becomes fully exposed. And once it's there, there's no way to fix it. But this method changes everything. When the concrete fully cures and the mold is removed, the finished tile surface is already there. Clean, precise, untouched. No repairs, no patching. A complete custom tiled cabinet, done in one shot. So here's the question. Would you spend $20,000 on a cabinet built this way?